You remember that video? Yes. That was the introductory video to our GPA CWA series, where we talked about GCTU, Ghana Communication Technology University, UJ, University of Ghana, UCC, University of Cape Coast, and the last, Kwame Nkrumah, University of Science and Technology. If you are new in here, or this is the first time you are visiting our channel, I welcome you to A+ Softech IT Consult. Please subscribe to our channel, leave a like, leave a comment, and then you get notified anytime we release a new educational video. In this video, we are going to hop onto the KNUST Cumulative Weighted Average system, and we are going to compare that to the other university, how to boost our CWA, and every nitty-gritties within. Stay with me, let's get onto this journey.
A+ Softech IT Consult.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. If today is the first time you are visiting our channel, please subscribe to our channel by clicking on the bell. Like this video so that anytime we drop a new video, you'll be the first person to receive our notification. Let's get into this. So this video is going to be dedicated on how to understand how to calculate CGPA, GPA, and FGPA. But you know what? This is going for the KNUST, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. You heard me say GPA. No. Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology do not work with GPA. They have what they call Cumulative Weighted Average, that is CWA. So in this video, we are going to learn, we are going to understand everything, every concept, every element about the CWA, how it is calculated, the degree classification, and some serious hacks to stay on top of your game. Whether you are in level 100, 200, 300, 400, even going out, make sure that what you don't graduate without watching this video. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so as we always do, we take our preamble. Okay, as we always do, we take our preamble on whatever that we do. Okay, so in here, this is our preamble. It goes on and on with the university policy. You remember we've taken University of Ghana, Ghana Communication Technology University, University of Cape Coast, this is UCC. And you can tell that every university has a way of how they want to do things. Okay, so at the University of Kwame Nkrumah, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, all right, they have a policy of academic or performance this way. Okay, how students are going to be assessed. Okay, at the University of Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, it is 70% and then 30%. So this is not 60-40. No, this is not 60-40. This is not 60-40. This is 70-30, which means the 30% is going to be used for continuous assessment. What do I mean by continuous assessment? I mean class assignment, home assignment, mid-semester examination, attendance, and other assignments that is to be graded and added. That is what we call the continuous assessment. What about the 70%? 70%. That's huge. Yes, that's huge. That is for the end of semester examination. Yes, you heard me right. End of semester examination. Taking a whooping of 70%. Okay, so since we now know the organizational policy on student assessment, let's dive into checking the grading system. Okay, the grading system at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. So as you can see from here, this is the marks, this is the letter grade, this is the remark. Okay, so if a student gets 70 to 100, that is in his assessment, that is adding continuous assessment together with the end of semester examination, making 100%. Okay, if the student falls within the range of 70 to 100, the student is supposed to get an A, okay, and then an excellent as a remark. If the student gets between or from 60 to 69, that is a B, that is very good. If the student should get 50 to 59, that is a C, that is good. The student get 40 to 49, that is a D, that is pass. If the student gets 0 to 39, that is an F. If the student should get an I, that is incomplete, which means that the student participated only or either in as end of semester examination or only in the continuous assessment, that is incomplete. If you see the I asterisk or the I complement, which shows no marks available, they can't find your marks. Okay, so why do we have 70 to 100, 60 to 69, 50 to 59? Okay, the 70 you are seeing in here, okay, as a what? As a constant value, which means the university what classifies students who falls within 70 to 100 as what, as excellent student. But just know, the best student, the brilliant student, does not always get the 70 to 100. It is about the way you are going to go about how you want to do things, your dedication, and then your strategy. Okay, so this is just about the grading scale, okay, percentage and everything about it. So let's get to the next one. Let's look at this. So we are looking at the class of degree or degree classification at the KNUST or Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. We have what we call the cumulative weighted averages. Okay, we are going to learn what cumulative weighted average is or what weighted average is. Okay, KNUST works with percentages. Okay, your overall score in a particular course. That is what they are going to use to calculate your end of what? Of schooling or your final year weighted average to tell whether you are going to get a first class or second class. I know you are not really getting what I'm trying to say, but when we get into the practical session, which we are going to go in some few minutes from here, you are going to pick and then understand. So in KNUST, if a student should get a first class, the cumulative weighted average of the student should be 70 and above. So 70, 80, 90, 100, 71, 72, it moves on that way. If a student should get a second class upper, it should move on from 60 to 69.99. Isn't that scary? Writing a whole 4-year exams and getting 69.99, 0.01 difference. Isn't that oh my god, it is going to be really painful. And I know there are some students who go through this. Yes, they only want to get 0.01, yes, 0.01 in order to make that 70 mark, but sometimes it becomes difficult. Okay, and then the next one is second class lower, that is from 50 to 59, and the next one is pass, that is from 45 to 49.99. Don't assume, that is one thing I would advise. Don't assume these ones are very easy to get. No, they are not easy to get. Don't assume, don't make that mistake that it is simple to really attain or it is simple for you to make. Okay, I'm not a student of the KNUST or I've never attended that university, but I know how grading systems are really tight. Okay, GPA is really tight, CWA is also really tight. So don't assume because 70 is A, then you can be getting what? Yes, truly you can be getting 70 A's, but your cumulative your cumulative weighted average may be low, maybe 71, 72. But maybe if you get maybe somewhere around 75, 78, 80, that shows that what you are a really, really strong, top-notch student. You understand? So even though it may look like it is simple to get the first class, but don't underestimate it. It is really difficult. So let's get into the diploma level. Diploma level 2, they have distinction. That is also their first class at 70 and above, and they have pass. That is 45 to 69. So you can tell that second class upper, okay, you can tell that second class, upper, lower, and pass are all inclusive in the pass. Okay, you can tell from here. So let's run quickly and let's get to the most important part. Okay, let's have a look. I think we've had a look at this. Right, yes. So let's get into the calculation aspect. Okay, let's get into the calculation aspect. Let's see how we calculate the weighted average, and then we calculate the GPA and etc. Okay, so with this, I have a result right here, as you can see. Okay, I have a result right here from the KNUST. It is an authentic result, okay, from the KNUST. Okay, so let's look at this. So we have the credit, okay, we have the credit hours. That is the amount of time, amount of hours required for a lecture to go on, or the amount of time a student should take a particular course. And then we have the mark, we have the grade, okay, and then we have semester, we have cumulative, okay. So these are the credit hours, these are the marks that a student should get. And then we realize that 70 to 100 is an A, 60 to 69 is a B, 50 to 59 is a C, and then it goes on and on. These are the grade letters. Okay, so let's look at how we're going to do this calculation. Okay, we want to find the CWA. We want to find the CWA of this particular student. Okay, so first of all, let me put this one in here. Okay, let me make this one this way, CWA. So let me put the credit hours in here, 3, 2, 4, 2, and then 3. Let me put the marks in here, 86, 92, 83, 77, 93. Am I missing something? I think yes. 77. Okay, so that's fine. So in order for you to find the cumulative weighted average, first of all, you have to find the grade point, or what we call the weighted average. At the KNUST, okay, at the KNUST, just know that they deal with weighted average, which means the weight of a particular course. Before you can find so these are the weight. The weight are what we saw. If you remember, the weight are what we saw. 70, okay, is a weight. 80 is a weight. 65 is a weight, okay. And before you can find for the weighted, okay, or the actual weight should be the score multiplied by the credit hours, as you can see. So assuming this, if I multiply 70 by the credit hours, okay, I get the grade point, or the weight point, or the weight average. Okay, let me just do it this way. Okay, so here we'll be having 140. So this is the unit of weight, or the grade point that we'll be having. Okay, so let's dive into this. Okay, so if I multiply 2 by 79, okay, let me do this. 2 by 79, what am I going to get? 158. So if I multiply this by this one, what am I getting? 172. Okay, so if I multiply 3 by 92, and then if I multiply this by this, what am I getting? 166. If I multiply 4 by 77, what am I getting? Okay, I multiply 2 by 77, if I multiply 3 by 93, yes, I'm getting these as a grade point, or the what, or the weight of a particular course. So these are the weight, of a particular course. This is a weight, okay? These are the weight of a single course, okay? So yes, these are the weight. So right now I want to find the cumulative weighted average, okay? Cumulative weighted average. So the cumulative weighted average, okay, is going to be, so if I write here CWA is going to be equal to what? The grade point, or the weighted averages, okay, or the weighted point, okay, weighted point, let me see, weighted point total, or the grade point total, let me see, okay. So it's going to be what? A summation. Let me clean this, let me write it again. So it's going to be a sum of the grade point total, or let me say weighted averages, weighted average total, right, divided by the total credit hours, okay, credit hours total. Let's see how this one goes, okay. Let's see how this one goes. Let's put this one here. So let's put it in here. So we make here equal to, let's find out the sum of all of the weighted average. As we said, it is the grade point total or weighted total, okay. Let's find out the sum. So this is equal to, okay, sum, we are this is just addition, okay, sum of all of these, and then here, so if we add all of these, we'll be getting this, okay. And let's also add the credit hours. So if we write sum of the credit hours, what are we getting? Yes, so right now we have the what, the weighted average, okay, of the grade point, and then we have the what, the sum, or we have the total grade point or total weighted average, and then we have total credit hours, okay. So with this, let me clean this. With this, we said that CWA is equal to, okay, CWA is equal to the sum of the what, of the total, sum of the grade point total, that is going to be equal to, okay, let me just put this one here, this value, let me copy this one here, 1 2 3 4 divided by 18, yes, so divided by 18, so CWA is going to be this divided by 18, the same value as you are seeing here, 1 2 3 4 divided by that, okay. Let's see, is anything wrong somewhere? Is anything wrong somewhere? Why? Okay, this is what, 7 2 times, okay, let me make it this way, I don't want to get anything wrong, 158, that is M3, okay, this is 86, this is 92, 83, 77, 77, 98, this is 2, this is 2, this is 3, 2, 4, 2, 3. Are these ones correct? Yes, I want to make sure these ones are really correct. Okay, let me do the sum again. Sum of still same. Are they really correct? Okay, let me do it one by one. This plus this plus this plus this plus this plus this plus the next one. That should be okay. So there is the last one down there wasn't really added. That was why. So this should be what? Should be this way. I think this should be this. And I should use the auto sum. Yes. Okay. Yes. So I think this one wasn't added. That was why we were having those values. They were not added. That is why we're having those values. Okay. So this doesn't become this. It becomes 1, 5, 1, 3. Okay. Yes. So this becomes the CWA for this particular student, cumulative weighted average for this particular student for this particular semester. Okay, so as it goes on, we can what? We can calculate for what? For more. So let's do for the second one. Okay, so in the second semester, the student is having the credit hours of this. Okay, let me put this one 2, 4, 2, 3, 2. We have 94, 90, 95, 73, 86, 86, 98, 95. Okay. Yes. So to find for the grade point or the what weighted averages, we multiply the credit hours by the max. So let's do that, which is equal to this by this. Okay, we have this, multiply this by this. We have this, multiply 3 by 95. We have this, multiply 2 by 73. We have this, we multiply 4 by 86. We have this, we multiply 2 by 86. We have this, we multiply 3 by 98. We have this, and then multiply 2 by 95. We have this. Okay, so in finding for the what, for the weighted averages, we can find for the sum. Okay, that is it. This is the what, total weighted average. Okay, total weight. Okay, let's say total weight. Total weight is going to be equal to sum of all of these ones. Hopefully this one is correct. Yes. And then let's find for the what, credit, total credit. We do the sum of all of these ones as well. Oh, what happened? Okay, we are adding all of these ones. The last two wasn't added. Let me add the last two to it. That is 20. Yes. So this is the credit hours, and then this is the what, the total weight. Okay, so in finding for the CWA, as we've said, CWA is equal to what? The total weight over the credit hours, okay, is equal to total weight divided by credit total, okay, yeah. So CWA will be somewhere 1799 divided by 20. Yes, so CWA will be equal to 1799 divided by 20. Yes, so at this particular semester, the student has a CW of 90. Okay, yes, a CWA of what? Of 90. But right now, okay, right now, since we know the weighted average, okay, these ones that we found are for the semester. Okay, these ones that we just found are for the semesters. Okay, these ones are for the semesters. All right, now let's find for the what? For the cumulative itself. Okay, cumulative, as I said, is what? Is 2 semesters being combined. So let's combine the 2 semesters. Let's do it this way. Okay, so let's make this one semester. Let's not make it C. Let's make this one semester weighted average. Okay, so let me clean this. Let me make it semester. Let me clean this. Let me make this one semester. Let me clean this. Let me make this one semester. Okay, so if we should find for the what? For the cumulative CWA itself originally, okay, originally CWA should be 2 semesters. So we are going to add what? SWA of semester 1 plus SWA of semester 2 divided by credit hours of semester 1 plus credit hours of semester 2. So in doing this, yes, we can tell that we'll be having 1513 plus 1799 all divided by 18 plus 20. Yes, so this is what we'll be having. And then if we should find for the total, okay, let's find for the total right here. We'll be having this divided by this. Oh, that is, I made a mistake. Okay, let me put it this way into bracket 1513 plus 1799, okay, divided by 18 plus 20. Is that correct? I don't think so. I think there is something wrong. Yes, so I think it has to be in the bracket. So this becomes the CWA. Okay, we've added 2 semesters combined. Okay, we've added 2 semesters combined and we are having the CWA. Okay, yeah, so a quick recap. At the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, they do not use GPA. They use what we call cumulative weighted average, okay, which is based on the total score of a student assessment, not on the scale or not on a point. It is based on your performance, okay? So assuming you write an exams, you get 70, 80, 90, that particular figure, the percentage, okay, overall, is what is going to be used. We are going to multiply that by your credit hours, and then we are going to get what we call a weight. So, and we take course 1, course 2, course 3, course 4, we multiply the total score out of the 100, that is from your continuous assessment and then the exams together, multiply that by the credit hours, and then we get what we call the weight or the grade point. Okay, so in order for us to find the performance of a student performance in a semester, we are going to divide the credit hours to the grade point or the weight. Okay, or the weight. Okay, so if we want to find the semester result or the semester weighted average, it is going to be what? The grade point or the weight total. The total, we have to add all of the weight, and then we divide by the credit hours, and then we'll be getting 84.1 as the semester weighted average. Okay, semester 2 is saying multiply credit hours by the mark, and then we find what we get the weight. After we get the weight, okay, we are going to find the total weight and then the total credit hours. After we divide them, and then we get the semester weighted average. But to find for the cumulative weighted average, that's CWA. CWA is a cumulative, that is for the cumulative value, semester 1, semester 2. So we are going to add the weighted average of semester 1 together with semester 2, as you can see, 1513 plus 1799 over the summation of their credit hours, 18 plus 20, and we find the CWA. So this brings us to the end of our GPA series. We've done Ghana Communication Technology University, we've done the University of Ghana, we've done the University of Cape Coast, and then the last one that we took just now is for the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. We hope this video has been educative. This video has given you the understanding. This video has elaborated things that was ambiguous to you. Before you go, wait. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please click on the click on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, like the video, and leave a comment. Till we meet again next time. Bye bye.
For more information and also to reach us, please contact the numbers on the screen. You can also reach us through our social media handles displayed on the screen. Please do like, follow, and subscribe to our social media handles. A+ Softtech IT Consult. Innovative solutions with the difference.